Hey guys, welcome to our team call for tonight. My apologies for being 17 minutes late. I apologize for every single minute. Lots of delays this evening with basketball games. But this is why we do what we do, because it can be flexible and fit into our lives where our kids and families can still be top priority. In case you're new, this is Team Fresh and Fit Weekly Call, and I'm Miranda, and I have awesome guest with me tonight, Miss Brandy Trammell from Team Living Water, who's going to share some crazy good content with us this evening on how she's had just explosive growth and momentum and success in the last couple of months, especially January. Jennifer Allen was going to be on with us as well to talk to us about kind of the same thing with her business. And due to some family stuff, she's not going to be on live with us, but I have her information and her tips to share with you all. So we'll get to hear from her through me. Before we get into our content, I want to remind you about a few things that are coming up. So we're at the very end of January. If you have not hit Success Club yet, do not give up. You could be sitting at 0 points right now and end up with Success Club 10 by 11 p.m. Central Standard Time on January 31st, which is your cutoff date if you're in this time zone. So don't think that it's not possible. A great thing to do is to promote the 3-day refresh challenge pack. People often are scared to commit to 60-day, 90-day program, but 3 days, they can commit to that, and they can continue to maintain their refresh results with Shakeology for the next month and still be within that risk-free trial period. So as a kind of a last-minute effort to hit Success Club, I highly recommend that you start a 3-day refresh group that begins, let me look at my calendar, have it begin on February the 2nd. That's Monday, so that might be a little soon. But you can start preparing on the 2nd. Give them a free clean eating challenge for a couple of days and then jump into the refresh so everybody's orders have time to come in. But you get the idea. The idea is they would place their order before the end of the month. So you hit Success Club for January and you start February off with a whole group of people doing the refresh together. And then you can see how they could transition into a fitness program after they get a taste and a feel of our challenge group approach. Another thing that you guys need to be aware of, I'm looking at my calendar here, is that we do have a team calendar. I have all of our team stuff written on this right here. This is team calendar alone. And it helps me know, what do I need to focus on this week? What's coming up next week? What do I need to do to keep my business moving? You will stagnate. You will be looking around wondering, what should I do now, if you don't follow the system. So be sure that you're using the team calendar. We have got a couple of deadlines coming up. If you are pushing for Diamond to qualify for our awesome, incredible, over-the-top Diamond retreat that will be held the weekend of March 20th, the qualification deadline is February 18th. You got to rank up by February 18th in order to make it to the Diamond Retreat on March 20th. Now remember, at the Diamond Retreat, I have paid really good money for a really awesome photographer to come and do everybody's headshots. We'll have headshots you can use for your business card, for your social media profile pictures. A professional picture is worth so much. It communicates to your audience that you take your business seriously. And that will be given to you for free. For free. That saves you hundreds of dollars. On top of that, Melissa Lehman has secured someone to come and do hair and makeup for us. Incredible that we can, have a professional look for our pictures. Our photographer has agreed to do headshots of everybody. He can do fitness pictures. He can do group pictures of our team. Whatever we want to do. And he is a Beachbody coach. He does a lot of the elite coaches pictures, so he knows our business. And he'll be able to guide and help us get some amazing photographs that we can use for social media to promote who we are and what we do. Fantastic. On top of that, at our Diamond Retreat, we'll have elite coaches Dennis and Julie Fowler talking to us about how to cultivate diamonds and how to hit elites. And to be able to have that so early in the year, in March, really could be life-changing for a lot of us for this year. You don't want to miss the Diamond Retreat, March 20th. To hit it by February 18th, that is completely doable. That's about 3 weeks away. We discussed a few weeks ago how to make that happen. So go back and listen to the team call from 2 weeks ago on how to hit diamonds and get to work. It can happen overnight if you just get serious about taking action. And there's a lot of coaches in our team that are very, very, very close. And we're cheering you on, we're praying for you, and we know that you can do it. So keep pressing forward. All right, guys. Lots of recognition to do, and I have some special ways that I'm going to be doing that. So please watch out for some tagging going on tomorrow on my Facebook page, on my profile page. There's so many fantastic things happening with a lot of you that I wanted to celebrate you in a really special way. So instead of recognizing you on tonight's call, I'm wanting to do that a little more publicly tomorrow. And I spent several hours today creating some really cool stuff to show to the world how amazing our team is and what hardworking, dedicated, passionate people we have on our team. All right, so I'm going to have Brandy go first this evening. I want to give her plenty of time to share her content. You guys need to take notes. You need to pay attention because this girl is doing some incredible things. She is a strong leader. Her team is the biggest team in my entire downline. Her team produces the most volume out of any group in my entire downline. Brandy's team should be my weak leg because my sponsor coach, I'm on her left leg, so my left leg should be my strong leg, but it's not. My right leg is because of Brandy's team. She has worked through setbacks, a move halfway across the country to a place where she didn't know anybody, having a baby in the middle of all of that, having some personal things to work through that set her business back for a while. She has had bounce back. So don't for 1 second think that she's successful just because she's Brandy. She works hard day in and day out. She and I have weekly calls with one another, and there's not a second that goes by during those calls that we're not working hard and brainstorming and talking about ways to serve and lead you better. So that is my little sermon on why you should listen to every word that she has to say. Okay, Brandy, you're up, girl.
Okay, thanks for a wonderful introduction. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm so excited to share with you, and I think what I have to say may surprise you a little bit, and some of you it may not because you've heard a lot of it before, but it bears repeating. So first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody in Team Living Water because, like Miranda said, it's my team that is the huge producer in her downline. It's my team that has crazy volume every week, and so it's you guys that are making this happen, and I'm so grateful for every one of you who has joined us, whether it be 2.5 years ago or today or this week. I'm just so excited about the momentum and the growth that we're seeing in Team Living Water. So just to give you a little bit of what's been going on, this week has been the most amazing week ever for me as a Beachbody coach. Not only did I get my highest paycheck ever for the week, but I have signed, let's see, since January 1st, I have signed 16 new coaches, personally sponsored, either by me or my husband, but that's really me because I work both. Team Living Water has added 31 coaches since January 1st. That is crazy, you guys. I'm just so blown away and so thankful and humbled. I can't even believe it. But what I really wanted to tell you tonight is I don't ever want you to look at those announcements and those accomplishments and let it make you feel like, oh, I could never do that. I mean, you know, 8 coaches in a week, that's crazy, that's impossible. Because I thought that too. And what I want to share with you is that it hasn't always been like this. I've been a coach for over 2.5 years. It'll be 3 years in June. And there were so many months that I struggled. I mean, struggled to hit Success Club 5. The months that I didn't. That's just part of the journey. So it hasn't always been easy. It hasn't always been like this. And I have no doubt that there will be months in my future where I will be pushing and trying to reach those Success Club point goals, just like you all are. So I want you to know that it has nothing to do with me personally. The reason that this growth has happened this week is because of work that has been done over the last months and year. Because we started the 20 and 30 recruiting campaign this week, but all but 2 of the coaches that I've signed this week were not from that initial contact. These are people that have been in my challenge groups for months and months and months. These are people that I have been forming and going through the 5-step process with for the last several months. Many of them who have said no in the past, and I just continued to follow up with them because I believe so much in this opportunity and in what it can offer to people that I refuse to give up on them if I see that potential, unless they tell me to. But a lot of times, no doesn't mean no. It means not right now, the timing's not right. So make sure you're really good about following up, and don't ever give up on somebody, because sometimes they just need you to build that confidence in them that they really do have what it takes. So just a little synopsis right there. But here's how you get to this place. We are seeing some crazy awesome momentum in Team Living Water and in Team Fresh and Fit. Here's how you get there. It's the daily, small, consistent actions. I know you've heard it before. If you're a brand new coach, maybe you haven't, but this is the first of many times you will hear this. You have to be consistent in the small things if you want to see big results, even when you're not seeing results at all. Wes Gilbert, you didn't know I was going to call him out, but this was a perfect example of this tonight. He has made Success Club every month since he's been a coach. Crazy awesome success, but this month he was stuck at 1 Success Club point until yesterday. But did he give up? No. He kept pushing, he kept inviting, he kept following up, and guess what? He signed 3 coaches today, I think, and now is beyond Success Club 5 because he didn't give up. He didn't let those setbacks and what seems like a failure at the moment, I'm not going to hit Success Club 5, he didn't let that stop him. You cannot let what you're seeing at this moment determine the actions that you're going to take every day. You have to be consistent in the small things. If you're familiar with Dave Ramsey at all or have read any of his EntreLeadership book, I don't know if you can see this, but he has a little formula that he shares. It's called focused intensity over time multiplied by God and his favor and blessing equals momentum. And I know Miranda and I have talked about this a lot, and it's something that really resonates with me because you have to focus on the little things over time and multiply it by belief in God's blessing, in his favor, in the fact that he wants you to succeed and he loves you. And when you have all those things together, the momentum will happen. You just have to trust the process. As I was preparing for this call, this analogy came to my mind, and it's a little bit cheesy, but just bear with me. I was thinking about the fact that, you know, in our society today, if there's a food item that we want, we go to the grocery store and we buy it, right? It's right there. We get it instantaneously. We don't have to wait. But it hasn't always been that way. For farmers, it's a very different process. They sow the seeds, and then they have to wait. They have to water. They have to make sure it gets the right amount of sunlight. They have to cultivate, and they have to wait. What would happen if that farmer went out and planted a seed and then went out the next day or a few days later and said, nothing's growing. It hasn't sprouted yet. I guess I failed. I'm just not going to plant any more seeds. You would starve, right? I mean, that's not what they do. Farmers know how it works, and they trust the process. And you have to realize that when you're talking to people, when you're connecting with them, when you're going through the 5-step invitation process, you are planting seeds. Whether they seem to come to anything at that moment or not, you are planting seeds, and they will come back around. Almost always, if you are faithful to do the little things to cultivate those and to really focus on the people that you're helping. So I just thought that analogy was really amazing in reminding us that it doesn't always happen instantaneously. And we're in a society where we kind of want that and we expect it, but that's not the way it works. So be consistent with the small things, even before you see results, because that's the only way you will see results in time. Now, I've been listening to a lot of Eric Worre lately because we're doing his recruiting campaign, but one of the things he says in his book is that we all have the same exact opportunity. We all have the same business structure. We all have the same products. We all have the same compensation plan. We all have the same trainings and materials and tools. So the only variable between you and me and Melissa McAllister and Melanie Mitro is you. It's me. It's ourselves. The only variable that determines whether you are going to be successful or not is you. You have to believe that it's possible and trust the process. Do the small things that nobody sees, that nobody congratulates you on, knowing that it will produce the harvest that you're looking for if you're faithful with it. Now, another great way to look at it is it's just like our health and fitness. Nobody in their right mind would go down to the, I work out in my basement, but wherever you work out, pop in the first Insanity Max 30 DVD and do the workout and then get up the next morning and be so bummed that you didn't lose 20 pounds already. Right? I mean, we know what the realistic expectations are. We're not going to just throw in the towel and quit because we didn't achieve our ultimate goal the day after we started or the week after we started. Sometimes it takes a long time to see results. I didn't really see results the first month of Insanity that I knew of, but then when I did my 30-day measurements, I had lost 7.5 inches. You have to be consistent with the workout, with your nutrition, with your Shakeology to see those results. And it's the same thing in your coaching business. So what are the small things? What do those things look like? Some of you are going to roll your eyes right now, and that's okay. They are, drum roll, the 3 vital behaviors. That's it. It's simple. There's no magic sauce. There's no magic pill. There's no secret. It is the 3 vital behaviors every single day. That is what creates top coach success. If you listened to Melanie Mitro's call a couple weeks ago about her top coach journey, that is exactly what she said. I decided and committed that I was going to do the 3 vital behaviors every single day, no matter what. She decided and committed she was going to make Success Club 5 every single month, no matter what. It was a no matter what goal for her. So if you're new, you may not even be familiar with this lingo, so let me break it down for just a second. The 3 vital behaviors are the things that successful coaches do on a daily basis to move their business forward. Number 1 is invite, invite, invite. We also like to think of it instead as connect, 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 because your job and your goal as a coach is to connect with those around you and offer them hope that they can make a difference in their own lives and possibly a difference in a lot of other people's lives as well. We offer them hope that they can reach their goals, that they can get off their blood sugar medicine, their blood pressure medicine, that they can prevent heart disease and cancer just by following some simple steps in their nutrition and in their fitness. So invite, 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 or connect, connect, connect every single day. Number 2 is be proof that the product works. Be a product of the product. Drink your Shakeology. Do your workout so you can set an example. Our vision for the team this year is to be the change. And number 2 in the 3 vital behaviors is the epitome of how we do that. When we are doing the hard things every day, we're saying, no to the junk food, and we're drinking our shakes, and we're pushing play no matter how tired we are, posting about it on social media. People see that, and they are inspired by that. So you can be the change by being proof that the product works. Number 3 is probably the most important one and the most neglected one at the same time. It's something that I struggled with for a long time as far as making it a priority, but since I have committed to it, I have seen incredible growth in myself and in my team. Number 3 of the 3 vital behaviors is personal development. And what that means is anything that you're doing, reading, listening to, that helps you work on yourself and become a better person. It can be your daily devotional, it can be a sermon you listen to, it can be a podcast from Beachbody, an audiobook, a book that you read. Whatever that looks like for you, you're developing yourself as a person, you're developing yourself as a leader so that you can lead your team better. And plus, if you're not working on yourself, it's hard to encourage others to work on themselves. So it's another example of being the change so that other people see that they can work on themselves as well. So I know it's no magic, it's no secret, it's nothing that you haven't heard before, but I'm telling you, like I've told you 1,000 times, this is what gets it done. The consistent, small, daily behaviors over time. If you refuse to give up, if you refuse to buy into the lie that you can't do this, that you're not cut out for it, that it's just not for you, if you refuse all those lies and stick to the simple things, you will see results. Use the systems that are in place for you. The team calendar that Miranda talked about, the training groups that we offer. We have so many things that we just want to pass down to you because we want to make it easy for you to find your way in this business. So use the things that are given to you and do the simple things. Trust the process, believe that it's possible, use the systems, and never, ever, ever give up. That's all I have.
That's all? Really? That's it? You don't have anything else to say? I mean, that was just too much at all. I concur 100%. I just want to go back to the whole farmer metaphor because I think that is so incredibly powerful. And I've been listening to Stephen Furtick a lot on his podcast series through Elevation Church. I highly recommend it. He's been doing a series on the power of same. And he's using John chapter 15 for all of these sermons where Jesus says, I'm the vine and you are the branches. And there's a specific verse in there that talks about how God cuts off the branches that don't bear fruit. And it's really been hitting home with me, and I'm so glad that Brandy brought up the farming concept because it kind of goes in line with gardening as well. There is an element to planting seeds with this business with other people. We are in relationship marketing. This is not sales. If anything, we're selling ourselves as a support mechanism to someone else in their life. The challenge pack is just a tool with which we build relationship with somebody. And when you think about it, we're not just planting seeds out there with people, we also plant seeds within ourselves. And when you plant a never give up seed deep in your heart and you water it, and you nurture it by speaking positive thoughts to yourself, by doing personal development, by getting on these calls and letting us pump you up and fill you up, that's planting a seed and nurturing it within yourself. And at the same time, if you will allow the personal growth prospect or process of being a member of this team to prune away things in you that don't allow you to bear fruit, like self-doubt, fear, negativity, holding back. Even a lot of people think that they haven't done enough trainings. I haven't learned enough. I haven't watched enough YouTube videos. I haven't watched all the summit workshops from the last 17 years. I need to do this training group. I need to watch more videos. I need to learn. Can you do a call with me? Can you do? And that stuff's all good, but you have to prune away the phase of constantly trying to learn enough, and you just have to get out there and do it. Yeah. Because the best training ground is in action. So, yes, for all our new coaches, you guys all need to do the Coach Training Academy. It's in your Coach Online office under the News and Training tab. You can work through all the videos in the Coach Training Academy in 3 hours. That's not very long. You spend 3 days, an hour a day, while you're folding laundry at home or while you're riding the car, and get it knocked out. Then you need to move into Coaching 101, which is our training that's specific to our team. So the Coach Training Academy gives you the Beachbody version of how to do this. Coaching 101 gives you our team's way of doing this in a group dynamic where you are supported, you can ask questions, and you can learn and grow. And after that point, you're just going to keep moving along the pathway to success that a lot of us have developed over the last couple of months of trial and error, trying to see what works and what doesn't. And if you'll trust the process, you'll find that seeds of greatness will be planted deep in your heart and in your life and in the people that you're building relationships with. And like Brandy said, by continuing to work on your fitness goals and drinking your Shakeology every day, by working on the way in which you invite and connect with other people, and being relentless about personal development, all of those activities every day water the seeds that you're planting both within yourself and out in the field, in the garden that is your life, full of people. And the amazing thing to me, guys, is that you're just going to become a bigger and bigger tree with deeper and deeper roots. And the stronger you become, the faster people trust you. And I wanted to share this quick story with you guys. I shared it in my personally sponsored coaches page last night through video, but I want to tell you now in a broader sense. Just yesterday, I had a guy message me that Darren and I went to high school with, whose marriage is on the verge of disaster. He's been married 19 years to the love of his life, and he has just completely let himself go in every sense of the word. He fully admitted it. He hasn't been taking care of his family. He hasn't been taking care of himself. He's been depressed. He's gained a lot of weight. He's miserable, depressed, and she's done. So he messaged me for help. Now, I haven't seen or talked to this guy in 20 years. He wasn't my friend. He was my husband's friend. I didn't really know him. No relationship with him at all. And out of nowhere, he messages me and spills all of this to me. And the one thing he said was, I knew I could come to you because I know you're a person who does what she says she'll do, and I trust you to help me. So, I don't know how long he's been following me on social media. I have no idea. He doesn't like my posts. He doesn't comment. He's never messaged me before. He just popped up out of nowhere. Now, what that says to me is he felt like he could trust me. And I didn't know I was cultivating a relationship with him. I had no clue. But by being a big, strong tree with deep roots, who's, I've watered the seeds of greatness in my life because of Beachbody, because of what they have taught me, I was able to be a person of strength that he could come to. And you can too. You just got to start as a little seed and grow. And at the same time, realizing that you're planting seeds out there as well. And there are seasons of planting, and there are seasons of harvesting. And the stronger person that you become, the closer together your seasons of harvest get. So when you're a new coach, it may take you a little bit of time to develop yourself, work on your story, and start sharing what you're doing. But you can start planting seeds from day one. Just by posting, I just signed up to be a Beachbody coach and I ordered Insanity. Oh my gosh, am I crazy? You can post that on Facebook and you are planting a seed with everybody that sees that post. Oh my gosh, this girl's about to start Insanity. And she signed up to be a coach. They're going to watch you. So the next day when you say, oh, I got it in the mail, I can't wait to get started, they're like, oh, she's actually going to do it. She's not just going to order it and leave it on the shelf. She's going to do it. And then the next week when you say, I've already lost 3 pounds, you're watering that seed. And it just grows and grows and grows. And Brandy is walking proof that the words that she shared with you are true. And if you do what she's done, and you do what she shared with you, you will have the same success because these systems work. It's kind of like breathing. If you inhale, your blood will be oxygenated, right? If you exhale, you get rid of CO2. It is inevitable. It's the way the system works. If you plug in and you do what Brandy told you to do, you will be successful. It is inevitable. It's just true. Let me tell you a little bit about Jennifer Allen, who is also going to speak on our call tonight. And thank you, Brandy, as always, for delivering on just rock solid content. I'm so appreciative. Jennifer Allen came to me to join as a coach through another coach on my team who did not want to work the business. She was just a discount coach. But Jennifer started asking Lauren questions about coaching and fitness programs, and Lauren said, oh, you need to go to Miranda because I don't know anything about any of that. I'm just a discount coach, but go talk to Miranda. So Jennifer signed up as a coach on our team with the intent to cancel right after her 30 days were up. She wanted to get her challenge pack, get her discount on Shakeology, whatever, and then she was going to cancel. And she saw something in our team that she wanted to be a part of. And very quickly, she jumped in and started engaging with us. She even met all of us, a group of strangers, to go get PIO certified together in Dallas just a short time after she became a coach. She had injured her knee and couldn't do T25 the way that she had been doing, so PIO was the answer for her. She got certified in it, and her business went crazy when PIO was released in June. She hit Diamond within 4 months' time. Crazy fast. Was relentless. And, hugely successful really quickly. Well, due to some life stuff, her husband travels for a living. They work on the pipeline, and they live out of a travel trailer. They move around. Sometimes they don't know where they're going to end up or when they'll be called to move. Well, course of events, she had some health problems, and then they ended up moving to a location that had no Wi-Fi service. So, of course, when your business relies primarily on social media and you are stuck in a location with no Wi-Fi, you're sunk, right? So here's Jennifer. Every time she would go into town to buy groceries or to do anything, she would try to use Wi-Fi somewhere for as long as she could before she had to get back home to take care of her kids. She homeschools, takes care of everything while her husband's working these crazy hours. Is a really difficult job, and she's trying to run her business the best she can in the midst of all this. She kept it alive. It wasn't thriving like it was, but she kept it alive somehow, some way. I'm just in awe of her. So she made a choice back in the fall that she was ready to claim her business again. And you just can't even believe what's happened recently. So really all she started doing was getting back into the 21-day fix for herself, being a product of the product, and she got some really fast results. She got really great results and started sharing what she had done in the first round, the second round, after 8 weeks, and her body's just shrinking. She started sharing her results. So she was a product of the product. She was inviting by sharing, and she got back into personal development too by tuning into our calls, texting with me, asking, okay, I'm ready to get back in this. Tell me what to do. Just in December alone, as she's trying to pick back up and get her business moving again, she hit Success Club 8, which is phenomenal when you've been struggling for months to even be on Facebook at all. And she hit Success Club 8 for December. Then, this month, she has already hit 17 Success Club points. She has signed up 7 new coaches in the last 2.5 weeks. 7 new coaches. That's like one every other day. That's incredible. On top of that, one of her newer coaches, Lizzie, shout out to Lizzie, who's in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy, signed up to be a coach and hit Emerald and Success Club 5 in 2.5 weeks. So there's some amazing things going on with Jennifer's team. She's got little Miss Sheena Rock sitting at Success Club 4. Kayla Doss is at Success Club 11. So it's not just Jennifer taking action and moving in her team. She's actually got some really strong leaders emerging as well. And I asked Jennifer to tell me today. I'm going to open up her text message so I can read you what she said. I said, tell me, what you're doing that I can share with everybody. And here's what she said, guys. It's so simple. Just listen, okay? Jennifer says, I haven't done anything but open up and share, honestly. And I let people know that I'd rather them get a discount and a referral than me. So she's talking about here when people are interested in the 21-Day Fix Challenge Pack, because she has been a walking billboard for that program. When they're interested in getting a challenge pack, she offers the coach opportunity to them so that they can get a discount. And when they become a walking billboard for that program and everybody in their life is saying, what are you doing? Instead of giving Jennifer the referral, they get it. So she's painting a picture for them of, hey, you save money now, And later on, when you're walking around and everybody's saying, what are you doing? You've got people that can sign up and purchase and get in your challenge groups with you as their coach and leader, because you're the one that was the walking billboard. Don't send them back to me. You helped them. You inspired them. So you get the referral, not me. And, Jennifer's a girl that's not going to let you brag on her much. And when I ask her what she's doing, she's not like Brandy and I. She's not going to get real wordy with lists and charts and stories and tiers and, because we're blues and we do that. Jennifer's a red, so she's black and white. Here's what I'm doing. I haven't done anything but open up and share, honestly. And that's the truth. So you've got two different looks here at what success can be for you. You've got Brandy, who's been working for months consistently, planting seeds out there, expanding her market through her Rock Your Clean Eating Challenge program and process, which taught me a lot and helped me. She's been doing this for months, since Summit last year. It's like an avalanche. She just started rolling, and it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. I have no doubt she'll be on the National Wake Up Call, recognized for Success Club points. If not this week, then I don't know who else out there is getting as many points as she is. But she's going to be recognized for this, I'm sure. She's got crazy points right now. And it's the result of the compound effect, consistency over time, and the momentum theorem from Dave Ramsey. But then you've got Jennifer, too, who was really struggling. Her business was hanging on by a thread. No Wi-Fi, no ability to be consistent for months on end. And yet she came out of nowhere, steps out, says, I'm doing 21 Day Fix again. I'm going to slim down and rock my own fitness, and I'm going to share this. Out of nowhere. And boom, she's having tremendous success as well. So for those of you that think it's going to take a few months for you to build, it might. If you're a person who likes to go slow and steady and wants to kind of test the waters as you learn to swim, that's okay. You can do that because it's your business and you can do with it what you want. But for those of you that need the financial income like yesterday to pay off Christmas debt, to fund the things your family is just trying to do to survive, to pay the bills, if you need it to go fast, it can. It really can. I struggled to hit Success Club in November, and now I'm pushing 20 points for January. So there is an ebb and flow, and all I can promise you is that if you work this business, it will work for you. And you can go fast or you can go slow, and that's your choice. But either way, it works completely if you just dedicate yourself to being a product of the product, relentless inviting, sharing, and doing personal development every day. You're going to hear us say that till we're blue in the face, because truly, that is just how simple it really is. Brandy, do you have anything else to add before we wrap up? Any last thoughts or comments you wanted to share that you thought of?
Yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit. You mentioned it for a few minutes, but I told you that I've been a coach for, it'll be 3 years in June, but I had a 6-month hiatus where I did nothing with my business. When we moved from Texas to Georgia, I was 8 months pregnant with my third and didn't realize what a toll it was going to take on me. And I dealt with some serious postpartum depression, like debilitating, and totally checked out. Wasn't on Facebook, wasn't returning calls or messages, or I just totally checked out. And I was so convinced that my business was over. I wasn't able to fix myself with the things that I would normally do. Normally I'd be like, okay, we'll do this nutritionally and get these supplements and blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't do that for myself. So I thought, nobody's ever going to trust me. I've ruined my story, all this stuff. And I know that you may not be in that place, but some of you are in a place where you feel like, I'm just starting my story. I haven't reached my goals yet, so who's going to listen to me? So I hope that you can relate to that a little bit. But seriously, totally checked out for 6 months. I started coming back around last January. So I was looking at it today, and my check today was like quadruple what I made a year ago in this very same week. So I just say that to let you know that you don't have to be perfect, and you can come back from not working the business. You can have been a coach for 2 years and decide you're ready to run with this. You could have had the worst, 6 months or year of your entire life, and you can still do this because the opportunity is the same, and it can always be rebuilt. And the fact that this has happened after such an intense struggle has blessed my life so much, because I seriously thought I'd never get it back. And now I live in Georgia, where I knew no one a year and a half ago, and I've got like 38 coaches from Georgia on my team, and I've made some wonderful friends and worked with some amazing challengers here. So I just want you to know that this business is possible for you wherever you are, whatever your background, whatever your setbacks. Don't let that stop you. Don't listen to those voices, because you can do this. You can. And if you're consistent with the things we've talked about, you will.
Excellent. I couldn't have said it better myself. The main theme here is just to have bounce back. You're going to go through days or weeks or months or seasons of difficulty in life in general, whether you're talking about Beachbody business or your marriage or parenting or whatever. I mean, obviously, I've got my little one here in my lap because she wants to be snuggled and held. We've been going. And sometimes things are just busy and hard. And you've got to have a bounce back spirit in all of that to create any kind of success. One of my favorite quotes that I've been hearing a lot lately from Stephen Furtick is, your success is as only good as your source. And you can have talent that can only take you so far, but it's integrity that will keep you there. So as you're striving to learn this business, as you are growing and trying to create momentum, I encourage you to let the Lord be your source, because anything that we are doing is in vain if it's not in His name. And, for those of you that are new to our team, you may not realize how much we bring faith into what we do. And it may seem silly to you for a network marketing, group to be talking about faith when we're out there selling products. But the truth of the matter is, we're in the business of relationships and of changing lives. And if you let the Lord be your source for whatever you're trying to accomplish, you will do more than you could ever ask or imagine. And He will take your focused intensity over time, and He will multiply it. I never, ever would have fathomed that the less than 200 friends I had on Facebook would turn into over 5,000 people following me through all my social media outlets. And there's a lot of people out there that have a lot more followers than that. But for me, insecure, shy, withdrawn, fearful, doubtful, socially awkward, to go from living under a shell like a turtle to having 5,000 people follow me on social media, that's only God. Only God could do that. And it's simply because I stepped out in faith and took a risk and let Him be my source. And He has given back to me tenfold any little thing that I've been able to offer. So I would encourage you in all of this to let the Lord be your source. And also to understand that you might be really good at sales. You might be great at social media. You might be good at running challenge groups. But your talent will only take you so far. And after that, it's got to be integrity. You have to be committed to working on yourself. You've got to be committed to showing up for people even when it's not convenient. Tonight, I would have loved to have canceled this call, quite honestly. I was furious after my son's game. I had words with his coach. I am extremely aggravated with what's going on with my child, who's so defeated and so frustrated. And I would have loved to have canceled this call. But I want to have integrity, and there are 420 people on this team who, if I say we're doing a call and they're depending on that, then we're doing a call, because I want to have integrity. So I just want to encourage all of you to let that be your takeaway from this, that everything Brandy said is true, everything Jennifer Allen is doing is true, everything we've shared with you is true, but it's all in vain if the Lord is not your source and you don't have integrity in all of it. All of it. So, great call. Thanks, Brandy. Thanks, Jennifer, for your information. We missed having you on. Starting next week, we are going to have calls on tasks and how-to-dos. So we're going to do some how-to-do on social media. We're going to have some calls on how to build a like page. I have gone from about 400 followers to almost 1,500 followers in about 6 weeks or so by trying out some new things on my like page. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you guys how to do these webinars, how to do these live video calls like this, and really just try to put some skills into your hands that you can go out and use to build your business. I know I've been guilty of talking to you guys a lot about ideas and meaning and stories and motivation, but I want to equip you and give you the skills that you need. So we're going to have a few weeks of calls like that. So get excited. Make sure you have your coaches on. There's not enough people on these calls live every week, and we've got great content this year. So get everybody on. I love you all. I'm proud of you. And look tomorrow on my wall to be tagged in some really cool recognition. Okay? Good night, guys. The recording will be available at the same link, and we'll see you here next week.